follow me on Twitter at RedFoxComs, my brand new Twitter account. Another day. More false allegations from Def Noodles. It's almost like clockwork that every single day he's got to do or say something just ridiculous. And you might be wondering, if you're just, glancing over the tweet that we have on screen here, you might be wondering, Augie, what are you talking about? He's talking about something serious, sexual assault. How could you confidently know that he's lying about this? Well, I'll tell you what I did, all right? I read his caption, I watched the included videos, and I realized very quickly the two are completely unrelated. So let's read this and take a look at what's going on here. And I promise we'll get to the point very quickly. Serious, trigger warning, sexual assault. TikToker alleges Chase Hudson, aka Lil Huddy, allegedly sexually assaulted her during Lights Out TikTok tour. She says she felt powerless to say no because of his status. She adds after tour was over, Chase allegedly blocked her on all social media. Wow, that sounds awful. Let's take a look at the video.
I didn't really want to make this video, but here's the truth about Chase Hudson, aka Lil Huddy. So June 2019, the Lights Out tour came to Portland, Oregon, where I was living. And before then, Chase and I were both talking as friends. We both thought we were attractive, and we would text like that, whatever, it was consensual. Before the meet and greet the next day, Chase and the other boys were staying in a hotel like 5 minutes from my apartment from where I was living, and he was like, hey, you should come over. And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And I was just hanging out with him and the boys, and then he went to his room, and he was in there for a while, and so I thought he wasn't okay, so I went to go check on him. And he did some stuff then that I wasn't okay with. I didn't say no because I was scared that he was going to tell all of his friends in the Lights Out tour that I was annoying or like whatever. It's just the power dynamic, honestly, someone who has status against me. And then I went to the tour next day, and I just worked the merch table. I tried to ignore what I was feeling the next day because I wanted the boys to think I was cool or whatever, and I didn't want to darken the mood part too soon. And then a couple days after, he blocked me on everything. I just felt and still feel super betrayed and used.
Now I know what y'all are thinking. How could he have sexually assaulted her if she gave no indication that she wasn't okay with what was going on? She didn't say no. She herself admits that. Clearly, there's more to the story that isn't being told. Well, let's scroll down to the literal second tweet. The TikToker elaborated, saying it's not Chase Hudson's fault for not knowing what was going through her head, but it is his fault for blocking her everywhere. Wait a minute, what? Somebody asked her, how is he supposed to know if you never said no, lol? Now you're gonna end his career for something you decided not to tell him about. And she responds like this.
Okay, this is what I was talking about, the whole ending his career thing. Like, his career is more important than what happened. But yeah, of course it's not his fault for not knowing what I was feeling or going on inside his brain because, I didn't tell him. And that totally makes sense. That's not his fault. But it is his fault for faking, or what it seemed to be faking, being my friend.
Okay, pause. All right. Her allegation is that he blocked her. Where the fuck does sexual assault even come into play here? This caption right here is literally just a lie, probably for interaction. If the allegation was serious, trigger warning, being mean, or something like that, Chase Hudson accused of blocking female friend after hooking up with her, nobody would care. Literally no one would care. But you gotta put the sexual assault part to, I guess, just literally lie about the situation to, for interaction, I would assume. I don't know what else the motivation would be. Does Def Noodles not like Chase Hudson to the point where he would just openly, literally just lie about an allegation? This is about as slanderous as it gets. And he's just doing it openly now. He's literally just saying the YouTuber, TikToker rapes girl, and then presenting evidence himself, debunking his own caption. But of course, his dumbass, brain-dead fans are so stupid, they like and repost this and comment, oh, this is so horrible, because they just believe the caption right here without seeing the evidence for it. I mean, she herself admits literally in the second tweet that that's not even what she's talking about. This is just a disaster on a whole other level. Guys, I'm not joking when I say this. I'm not kidding. Def Noodle says literally he's got to go. He has got to go. I did a rant on this on my last podcast. You can take a look, RFC After Hours, episode 272. But he's got to go, ladies and gentlemen. He's dangerous. He literally just look at how comfortable he is just saying the worst stuff about anybody, and just He knows he can get away with it. I mean, what did he say about me? He called me a racist, all right? As awful as that is, it doesn't even compare to calling somebody a sexual abuser, an assaulter, a rapist, a pedophile, whatever the case may be. It doesn't even compare. Def Noodles, at worst, said that I hate minorities. Okay, that's a very easy claim to disprove. What he said about Chase Hudson, we're talking about a whole other level of just damage. Like, why? As if it couldn't get any worse. Immediately after this home run right here, he goes on and fucks up another story. This time, he had the mental fortitude to realize he should probably delete the post, but of course, none other than Keemstar himself saved it on archive.org. Who could have seen this coming? James Charles exposed by 14-year-old boy who alleges James Charles reached out to him in an Instagram DM asking him to add him on Snapchat. Boy informs James he's 14, and James replies, how about now? James comments on TikTok, which is from 2020. So you might be wondering, what's the damning evidence that James Charles was hitting up knowingly 14-year-olds? This is the evidence that James Charles was hitting up 14-year-olds. A TikTok that went viral where it shows James saying, hey, can you add me on Snap? Person saying I'm only 14, then James saying, how about now? Let's ignore for a second that there's a 4 to 5 year gap in the DMs. The first set of DMs being sent in August 17th, 2016, and then the next DM being sent 5 years later. Let's ignore that. Let's pretend like the dates were never even shown here. I could literally recreate these DMs in 2 seconds. I could make DMs where, I don't know, Elon Musk is hitting me up. He's like, hey man, you wanna fuck? And then I'm just like, yeah, I'm 13. And he's like, I don't care, dude, let's go. Wait a minute. Def Noodles has literally come on my show and admitted that he fakes Instagram DMs himself.
Well, you DM'd the dad, right?
That's the dad.
That's the dad, okay.
That's the mom. Okay, and now I'm going to show you just like this is an app where you can make fake DMs. Okay, and this is also something else where I'm going to play this video. Is it still open up?
Yep.
Can you still see it? So this is the app, and this is how you can basically create fake DMs using this app. So I have all of these accounts already that I was making fake DMs for. I wasn't reaching out to like, you know what I mean? Like you can do that, and that's, you see that there's like already a DM from like an old thing in there. Then you just say like I'm just writing for an example, so you can see hi, and I can change that into marking it as seen, or even marking it or changing it as though they sent it to me.
Wait a minute, this is a question. All right, have you ever like produced like fake DMs of other people, or have you only produced fake DMs of yourself?
As if that isn't damning enough, look at this post right here. Look at the description here. Hashtag funny. Hashtag meme. This post that went viral was not an exposed post trying to pin James Charles as a pedophile. It was a joke. One of the most obvious jokes I think I've ever fucking seen. Def Noodles decided to report this as a legitimate pedophile allegation. How? Literally how? Here's the TikTok right after that one.
Guys, I just got rejected by James Charles. Apparently after 4 years he has lost interest in me, and I'd be lying if I said I wasn't heartbroken, you know? It's every boy's dream to date James Charles, but I know the boys got me. Please send some love in the comments, because this is a really hard time for me.
Wow, this guy is clearly a very real victim, and he's very clearly traumatized in this very real scenario that Def Noodles hilariously failed at painting. And you want to know how I know he failed? He deleted it. Note, removed the last TikTok with allegations from a 14-year-old against James Charles, as some were questioning the credibility of the allegations. Go fuck yourself. You are literally too stupid for this platform. If more evidence is shared by the TikToker who made the original post, then I'll repost. Def Noodles, I'm saying this right now, you barely have any credibility to run a fucking lemonade stand outside your house, let alone run serious stories of this nature. Literally delete your account and don't come back. You're terrible. You are every bit everything that's terrible, all the shit mold on the internet just combined into one person. That's you, dude. You're just total cancer. You are everything wrong with the internet today. What do you mean if more evidence is shared? It's a fucking joke. How? Because I'm Because I'm a massive dick, I decided to run a poll just to see what the results were, and apparently 71% voted for you-know-what over Def Noodles when asked who they would rather trust. You know this is a problem, alright? But in all seriousness, Def Noodles gets away with everything that he does because he knows he can. He has 100,000 followers. Last night I was on the air around the time you're watching this video, 24 hours ago, I was on the air ranting against Def Noodles because I had just seen the first allegation we took a look at on stream, and I said that he knows he can get away with this because he has 100,000 followers. Since then, he's gained 700 followers overnight, 40,000 in the last 30 days, and about 1,000 a day. This guy knows he can get away with this because what we look at as massive mistakes, massive failures on his end, he just looks at that as like a little just road bump along, you know, the Silk Road of pedophile allegations. It's just a little bump on the road, but he'll get right back on course and just keep throwing up his bullshit. I mean, this guy spams tweets. Nobody who follows Def Noodles who thought he made a major embarrassing move last night even remembers what even happened. The only people that care about this type of shit is us. And that's a problem. Because like it or not, as good as Nicholas Dioria's video was that, you know, just completely disembodied him and just showed how much of a bad faith actor that he is, the people that are gonna watch that and agree with it are just people that already agree with us anyway. Def Noodles will probably get verified on Twitter soon enough. He'll probably be looked at as another outstanding journalist because he gets, you know, 8 stories out of 10 right on a good day. But those 2 stories that he does end up getting wrong every day, those are gonna just drastically ruin somebody's life. And Def Noodles is not even gonna give a fuck because why would he? Why would he care? Folks, my name's AugFC. I'm heading out. I'll catch you guys later. And make sure to follow me on Twitter. Peace out, boys!